What inspired you to call it that?
Well, I was looking at the painting, and I noticed that the left side was kind of dark, and the right side was, it actually looks lighter than the left side. But I was thinking of the right side as night because of the brown of the clouds,
Uh-huh.
and then the left side as day because
Uh-huh.
of the blue clouds.
Yeah.
But that's really a darker side, isn't it? But
It depends on how you describe it. I see what you mean.
yeah, I'm just noticing that now that it's,
So they're interchangeable.
I guess, yeah, I guess so. The I'm not sure why I called it that. Um, it's like everyone is looking up or
Mhm.
waiting for something, maybe
Uh-huh.
expecting something,
Yeah.
and it just goes through all night and all day. That kind of waiting
Uh-huh.
with nothing happening.
They are all looking up.
Yeah,
All of them.
yeah. Look at the two figures on the right, up in the.
Yeah, these two.
It's like they're up in a cloud.
Yeah.
One of them looks like a witch on a broomstick.
Yeah. This one.
Yes. Maybe that's what those figures down below, the two figures on the bottom right, are looking up at those
Maybe
two
that.
small figures.
Look, this one's an angel. See the wings?
Yeah.
And Morton, over here, I see these as people. Right here, this middle one looks like a pregnant woman.
Oh, yeah.
See the baby inside?
Yeah. That's really interesting.
And yeah, and this one looks a little strange too. Not
Mhm.
strange. I mean,
Well, it's
this one's
bizarre.
looking over at her, I think, sort of.
Yeah.
And this one's
Yeah.
looking up.
Which one's looking up?
The one on the far left.
Yeah. Yeah. Those two figures, the pregnant woman, and then the man to her right who looks strange. Um, they're elevated above the ground,
Yeah.
whereas all the other figures are touching the ground, except for those two small figures on the cloud. But they're kind of rooted on their little cloud surface there.
Yeah.
But those two figures on the left are kind of hovering above the ground.
And they're right above this magic altar.
Yeah,
It's shaped like a crescent.
yeah, it is like a. Did you call it an altar?
Yeah, or some kind of a magic stone.
Yeah,
Do you see how this looks like a flat surface? Like that's a flat
yes, I
surface.
do. I do. The shadow,
Yeah,
it's like a shadowed top surface
yeah. So
compared to the side surface, which is illuminated.
yeah. So it gives it a square shape, and then
Yeah,
the square shape bends over and up. And it's got some magical ions coming up right here.
yeah,
And look down at the bottom. There's 2 feet. That's 1 foot. This is another foot.
You mean like table feet or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
separated by this open space right here.
Yeah, that does look like an open space.
And then this foot goes into this piece, and this foot is part of the piece.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that space underneath of the center black figure, the little center, the little black pointed figure on the very center. Look down from there and you see that brown, and it looks like the black between inside of the brown are shadows, so that that space looks like it's a tunnel or a channel that you can go through.
Yeah.
You have to stretch your imagination.
Well, I see that it's like a tunnel.
Yeah.
Did you say there's a face?
No, a tunnel.
Okay, yeah, I like that tunnel. In fact, the next thing I was going to say is there's a mini altar or a magic stone that this bird is on.
Yeah.
Well, this spot here is giving out energy
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Something in relation to this woman. And right here is a man's face, right here looking up. There's his
Yeah.
head and his nose,
Uh-huh.
mouth, his chin and neck, and
Yeah.
his body. And he's got this rectangular thing on his back that he's carrying.
Yeah.
Or it could be his costume, just like a stiff collar.
Uh-huh.
But I'm thinking it's some kind of a magical translator.
What do you mean, a translator? Something that makes you different, or that it's
Yeah, some kind of
interpret?
communication with these people up here that they've been trying to get to.
I see.
Anyway, down here we've got several birds. This one, let's see,
Yeah.
look like.
Yeah.
A robin. They look like blackbirds, don't they?
Well, it does have a red breast like a robin.
So it's that one you see all the time.
Or a bluebird is like that too.
Uh-huh.
Might be a bluebird.
This one here looks different because it's got the white bottom. And this one here, I was gonna say it has the white bottom too, but it's on the back.
Yeah. Looks a little bit like a penguin.
Yeah. This looks like a fish head.
Yeah.
What do you think of this swirly cue here?
Um, well, it does seem to be coming down into that fish head with an eye in the fish head, kind of on the ground.
Yeah.
but I can see the other end of it also as a head. And then the second section of it going up towards the middle of the
Yeah.
painting is it looks like something that bottom figure is holding up to try to connect to that cloud up there.
I was thinking it could be a magical statue reaching up.
Yeah.
And this figure here, oh, he has a white belly too. So maybe these two are connected.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah. All three of those figures have that belly.
yeah. And the other thing I notice is this shape of the stand. What are we going to call this? The magical arc, magical crescent.
Yeah.
Or maybe an altar. But see how it swoops up, straight up like that?
Oh, yeah. It's a continuation of that magic crescent.
Yeah, and look at this person.
Yeah.
Has the same shape. He's mimicking the shape of the altar.
Yeah. And they're really kind of coming up, almost meeting. And
In
maybe
fact,
there's as if there's a conversation between those two.
yeah, and you can see him shooting off
Yeah.
over onto the I don't know
Yeah.
what to call this thing. But it's, you see that?
Yeah. I do. I see those.
This is really an interesting picture. I really like this arc thing.
Yeah.
We could call it the arc.
Okay.
There's two triangular shapes down here too. One here, and it looks like, well, I don't know about this one. This one is the side of the foot.
Yeah.
So it has one triangular space.
Uh-huh.
And this,
Some of those are like shadows of that portal.
yes. This is definitely right here.
Yeah.
And this over here.
Uh-huh. Mm. Those two figures in the middle that are reaching up that we talked about, the yellow one and then the darker one to the right of it. They're kind of representatives of the two different sides of the image.
Oh, yeah.
You know, one representing the day and the other the night.
Right. Yeah.
But there's a lot of, in the whatever side is the night, there's a lot of kind of day in it, and whatever side is the day, there's some night in it.
Yeah.
So it's a little confusing. The way they
I think this dark cloud and these dark figures of this thing make this one night. The only reason this has a lot of black in it is because of the figures here.
that's true. Yeah.
And this would symbolize day too and night here.
Uh-huh.
But it is strange. They're almost reversible.
Yeah. And the blue and the brown up at the very top of the middle, uh,
Oh, look
there,
at,
I thought of them as kind of facing off one another or confronting one another in some way.
oh my gosh.
I remember when I made those, they were the first two strokes I made. And when I
Yeah,
made them, I looked at them and I said, there's two things that are um, butting heads.
yeah. And you did this stroke in a different way too, didn't you? One was back and one was forward. This one goes to the right and this one goes to the left.
Yes.
These
They
two
both,
are
they both started in the middle.
what? It looks
They
what?
both, they both started in the middle.
Oh, yeah, okay, right up here. And these two figures here, they seem to be looking at them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So it's as if there's something important going on in that place,
Yeah,
that space.
maybe that's what they're all looking at.
Yeah.
This man looks like he's looking up there.
Uh-huh. Kind of that is a point of confrontation or convergence or conflict
Yeah,
or um, meeting in some way.
yeah.